When
Oh,
edited together, no one
listen,
will
we
be
can't
sad.
get this train on the tracks, let alone edit.
Okay.
That is. Woo.
Harken Forge is gonna drop us like a rock over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh man. Hey, there was an ad. I might add, and it played very well.
But they're like, it wasn't in the VOD.
beautiful.
You're fired.
VOD. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Quelmar Realm. We are an efficient elite force of young folk at a magical university. This is the first session of Quelmar First Class, and it is Quelmar First Class dash hyphen parentheses year 2. As we are exploring, we're going to zoom in over the course of the next 10 weeks or so. We're going to zoom in to the first official class of Quelmar from start to finish. This is their year 2. Now we do have a returning player character with the Morchella, and we are going to have one or two returning characters between years that we focus on here as we go through our 4 years of the first class of Catharta Academy here in the underground of Quelmar. We'll get through all the lore and stuff. Let's get to the important part first. Let's go around and meet our wonderful players and their assuredly magnificent, flawless characters that we are going to explore and have a good time together. And because as we've already expressed behind the scenes, that we know how to fuck around. Maybe not necessarily efficient at getting things done, but we know how to have a good time with very little given. So I think the overlay is all set up. If it's not, I apologize if anything's jacked up. But let's start left and go right this time. So Bree, can you kick us off for our first introduction of this campaign by introducing yourself and Finola to us today, please?
I'm Bree, she, her. I love Quelmar. Been with Quelmar for a while. I did rule benders, and I guess, yeah, I think that's the big thing. And Finola is a spellcaster who also loves weapons. So year 2.
Year 2. All right. So Bree, what Finola? What like race and class is Finola? How she her for Finola?
Yes.
Okay. How is Finola? How is she? What does she do, or like what kind of traits does she bring to the table?
Finola loves wacky magic, so Finola is a sorcerer. Yes.
Okay. Wild magic sorcerer?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Wacky magic is definitely abound here at Catharta, so she will find plenty of uses out of that. And don't worry if we don't have big long character descriptions and stuff, because we're going to learn about that over the course of the campaign, as well as some upfront stuff here. Speaking about upfront stuff here, Rachel, I need you to be upfront about Grandmush. Some of us have already met Grandmush, but not in this capacity. So can you introduce yourself and Grandmush to us today, please?
Yeah, sure. I'm Rachel. I have been with Quelmar for a very long time. I played in a ton of different campaigns, but the first one was Towson Tabletop all the way back in like 2017 or something. I don't know. And Grandmush is actually a character I'm bringing from the Greedy Green into the Greedy Green, which is Quelmar's State College community campaign. In that campaign, we're levels 5 through 8, I think now. So I'm sort of telling Grandmush's backstory in this campaign, which I'm pretty excited about. They are a Circle of Spores druid, and they are in fact a grandmother-esque like character. So I'm excited to bring a little old necromancer lady to first class.
Awesome. And who doesn't love a prequel story? I mean, it really helps flesh out the character from what we haven't been able to see before. And as such, we love prequel stories, but we also love getting to see new characters and have adventures with new people. Now, that such love is extended to you and Ace. Can you introduce yourself and Ace to us today, please?
Absolutely. Hi, my name is Nell. I've been with Quelmar since 2020, beginning of the pandemic. I've been in the streamed ones, Tales of Quelmar, Paranoia, another one bites the dice, and I DM'd metagame and secondary characters. Um, and I am playing for this campaign Ace Grimes, a deep gnome from the city of Nightjar, deep underneath Levingcon, divination wizard, Ace Grimes, Ace reporter, on the case.
Ace is on the case. Yeah, and definitely not
Hashtag Ace on the case. That's it.
Yeah, nice.
They've got a hashtag. They wanted one.
That's good. Well, hey, like you mentioned before, maybe Ace can, has or can start the first school paper here. We're not sure. We don't have anything set up for that, so that we're gonna world build together, old characters and new, and someone who is very quite familiar, our returning Morchella. Erica, can you tell us, introduce us to not only yourself and Morchella, but can you also kind of touch briefly on what Morchella's been up to from the end of year one, since your group stopped the what was his name? Damn it. Grimy
man,
Dippin' Dots.
Something like that.
Yeah. The fired ex-professor Grimy Dippin' Dots. And as you stopped him from polluting the campus with evil eldritch bomb.
For sure.
What has Morchella been up to between year one and year two here?
Oh, geez. Oh, man. Let me introduce you first. I'm Erica. I'm playing Morchella, the half-orc circle spores druid. Both of us use she, her pronouns. The difference probably between Morchella and Grandmush is Morchella is very much a youngin', does not have the wisdom of an old druid, and is also a pretty big meathead. Will definitely lose her temper more than once, and be seen probably in the arena beating up on some nerds. What else? What has she been doing since she helped the whatchamacallit? Oh yeah, the Eldritch Bomb deal, making everybody sick. Probably she's been running around campus graffitiing the place with Lycan. Yeah. Because she was pretty upset that she had to deal with all that mess, and like the campus didn't when it was like their job, and they didn't even give us any recognition really. It's just like, okay, yeah, carry on. Like, what's that about?
Nice. Yeah, and who knows? Maybe Morchella might get recognition for her doings at some point, or might not. Might have all been swept under the rug. But you know what? We are not going to sweep Jeff under the rug, because we're going to let him introduce himself and Francis today, please.
Oh, those classic Kyle transitions. I love them. Yes, hello. I am Jeff. I use he, they pronouns. I have been with Quelmar since 2018, joined during the Ancients Alive campaign. I got tricked by James because we were supposed to play Mario Kart. He was like, aha, we're playing D&D instead. And yes, I am playing for this campaign. My character is Frances Langford. She is an elven bard from Julespar who was a theatrical performer on it. She was with a large ensemble troupe that performed there. She even toured for the first few years of the Realm War, singing with a traveling troupe before that got disbanded. And she's always very interested in how things work, and that touring sparked interest in the world. Always got along very well with the tech crew, chatting them up, trying to learn how all the equipment and stuff works. And the original plan for her was to join her fiance at Julespar University studying Arcana before this opportunity came up to join these wonderful people at Catharta Academy.
Nice. Yeah, and for her and everyone else as well, your invitation to this academy, and I guess we'll go into why this exists and why it's so important for us to be going through this for Quelmar's sake, is that above on the surface world there's a war going on right now. The year right now is 822 PR, and there is a, since we're transitioning from like licensed names to Quelmar names, let's just say there's a dragon queen, raging war on the surface world from centered from Kiston and working outward from the island of Kiston and working outward. But the world is in turmoil, and it seems as though the dragon queen has found out that Quelmar is not just going to take this lying down, and they have like created organizations to teach young folk how to use magic, not only for this war, like to help the realm fight this war, but also to like help their neighbor in everyday life. And it was a good initiative. Many organizations or houses have been going about this for hundreds of years, but once the Dragon Queen found out about this, she started sending her forces to go destroy these establishments, these institutions that are striving, for the most part, striving to teach young folk magic to better the realm. They are being destroyed, and it turns out that a wealthy benefactor / archmage named Siren Venelith decided, hey, why don't he contacted some of the he's an elven man, contacted some of these institutions, these houses, and said, look, let's make somewhere safe and create a school where we're all together, like that we're consolidating resources, we're consolidating safety. And so therefore Catharta Academy was born here in the Underdark, where presumably everyone's safe and cannot be attacked by dragons or things that live in the Underdark because it's so safe. Yep, safety. That's gonna happen.
I'm so relieved there's no Underdark dragons.
And yeah, I know, none. So seeing as how we're all completely safe and having an academy here is such a great idea. That's where we're going to be doing. We're going to be portraying some of the other houses, right? There's 4 houses. 4? I think it's 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You made
4.
them.
There we go. The 4 houses that that help make up the Catharta Academy are the Giadari, which are the nature-centric house. Is the nature-centric house. They focus on nature magic and the physical part of Quelmar, of the realm. And the Cyrex, they are the people that study mental magics and fluffies flying around my face. Mental magics and like illusion, enchantment, and stuff like that. They really hone in on that kind of stuff. And the Vigilant are all about the divine. Not only divine, but they also value understanding the lower planes and necromancy and such as well. Because how better to fight your enemy or than to not only know their tools, but also within reason, some learning how to use those kind of things to benefit. And there how many was that? That was that 3. I don't know. That was a few. Tinker is the study of history, of science, of invention, and how that can benefit Quelmar's future. I think that's all of them. Boy, you'd think I'd have this written down. I do, but it's not right in front of me because I have 90 windows and don't know how to broadcast. So we'll figure it out as we go. We're doing it live.
Get some emblems that might help you remember.
I know. Well, I have. Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. I will showcase them at some point, especially once we find out if and what houses that your player characters have pledged themselves to. So that's going to be part of today, is learning our PCs for the campaign, as well as things they're interested in. Courses, we didn't nail down what courses you're taking, and we didn't nail down what houses you may have pledged to, but you're not beholden to pledge to one of those houses. Those are just offered to you. It's a little bit less invasive than a Hogwarts house, right? If you don't have a house that you're pledged to, nobody's going to look at you and be like, ew, they're incapable or they're not wanted. It's this is a very voluntary thing in Catharta. is they're gonna try to bring you in. They're gonna try to sell you on their house, but you don't have to decide. You can go through all 4 years of study without pledging a house, or you can pledge in year 2. Year 1 is strictly general studies. They don't want you worrying about any of that stuff. But we're past that. We're year 2. Woo. Okay. Talking, rambling. Here we go. Let us open our first session, the first moments as we zoom in on year 2 study. Let us open with a rather strange situation. We're not going to open on a classroom. We're not going to zoom in and experience life in the dorms as we're chattering back and forth, or the clubs that we're in. Oh no. We're going to zoom in on a far darker situation. The 5 of you are being escorted by Director Venileth himself. It's been a little bit weird of a morning. You were ordered, not asked, not beckoned. You were ordered to report to the General Studies complex here. And actually, all right. Well, I'll show you guys, but I don't have the map set up for the viewers. Sorry, viewers. Future improvements to come. I mean, I do have it, but it's not right. Okay, so if our players would take a look over here at the mighty hand of judgment, or just
Is that
somewhere,
what that is?
just to show you where it's at. So the General Studies building, or the General Studies complex, your first year here at Catharta, you spent lots of time in here. These are where all the not only first year student classes, but also you will theoretically have at least one class every semester here at the General Studies complex for your entirety of the 4-year program. But you're called here in a very formal fashion. And as Venileth's a pretty serious guy, you know, he's running this whole thing, and he's very powerful and been around a while. He doesn't have time for tomfoolery, but he's never been like mean, but he can be stern. And he's got his very, very stern face on right now as he sees all of you filing into the General Studies building. And he's even doing the telltale tap a foot maneuver as he is impatiently waiting for all of you to file in. And oh no, the other notes. This is a problem with having 9 sets of notes.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's exactly. But at work, I don't really have access to the internet all the time, so I have to handwrite it, and then I never transcribe it. Okay. As Venileth's waiting for you, he says, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. You've all showed up on time. I'm sure you all know what you've done, and we're going to take care of that now. By the way, this is the equivalent of Saturday. So you're not supposed to be in school right now, but you were ordered to be here. Come with me right down this hallway quickly. As he briskly walks you down the main hallway here in the General Studies complex, he brings you to a room past a door past all the classrooms that you're normally used to attending classes in. A door that you've never seen anybody come in or out of, and has no label on the outside of it. Director Venileth does a weird look at all of you, and then he grabs the door handle. This is the first time I've run a detention, so I didn't really know what to do, but I'm very busy. And I have a problem, and you're going to solve it as part of your punishment. Each of you knows what you've done. All of 6. Shit, I forgot there was an NPC. All 6 of you. And Marcella,
Do I get a pass because I already solved one of your problems that you didn't solve?
I got something special for you, Marcella.
That's weird.
Oh, Steven.
Fuck.
From around the corner walks a young human fella. Oh, wait, do I still have the icon? Oh, I can show you his token. Or is it still on here? Stand by, because it's it's pretty descriptive of what you're going to see here in a minute. If I can go to his token, There we go. There he is, little Stevie. Come here. All right. I'll copy paste it in the middle. There we go. So right in the middle
Oh.
of so this is Steven. So you see a young human man, probably 15 years old, 16 years old, walk around the corner. Hi guys. Steven is in your class. Nobody likes him. It's pretty annoying. And he's a suck up, and he's just not pleasant to be around. And he's been mixed up in some things. Morchella knows that at the end of our last campaign, the bad guy, the big bad, was using this fella's stupidity to like help facilitate his stuff. But Steven, though he got scolded, the director must know how stupid he is because he didn't actually get in trouble for that. But Steven loves to help out. Oh, Director Van, I'm so excited to help today. Are these the people I'm supposed to be overseeing? And the director,
Absolutely not.
The director puts his head in his hand. I'm sorry, Morchella. You had to be a smartass, so actually, this is not your fault. It was preordained anyway. But enjoy the ride. As he reaches back and grabs the door handle again, a like little wood what is it called when you burn words into wood anyway, a like little burning signature goes across the door that says detention.
A rune?
No, it's not a rune. It's the word detention, but it's like in a burning pattern. It's like someone to take a saw, like a hot iron, and run it over wood to write a signature. That appears across the door in the word detention, in all caps. This guy only works in all caps. So in detention, says there. All right. Well, you need to pay up. Each of you knows what you've done.
I'm really going to need you to be more specific. There's like 12 things it could be. I'm not really sure which one we're talking about here.
That's okay. You can dwell on that, as well as help the university out. You see, we have a guest cottage here at Catharta for dignitaries or for important folk to come and visit the university very discreetly. And he opens the door, the detention door. And when he opens the door, you get a smell of autumn, of dried leaves and brisk wind and very faint smell, like a woody smell, like you're walking through a forest in the autumn. Or I'm sorry, I guess it would be like eastern United States forest, because some forests can smell a little swampy. This is not swampy. Sorry, Grandmush. This is very, very deep forest smell. And he opens it up, and you look through the door, and the door leads into what appears to be a clearing in a forest. There is a small path, and then it opens up into a clearing that is surrounded by an autumn forest. Trees with golden and brown and red leaves on it. No leaf has fallen, it appears, because there doesn't seem to be any leaves on the ground. But there is a grassy field, and then there is a cottage in the middle of this field. You'd walk probably 200 feet down this path, or down a path that the door leads into, and then that leads into the clearing where the cottage is. Director Venelith says, "This is not real. This is the guest house. Or it's supposed to be the guest house, or what it's supposed to look like. Someone has vandalized the Academy's guest house." Shuts the door and opens it back up real quickly. And you see the same scene, but decorated with filth. There is mud and boogers and nastiness all over the ground and the trees, and especially the cottage. He says, someone has funneled all the uses of prestidigitation from the university over the last few weeks, and all that muck and grime has been funneled into our guest home. I don't know who's done it. I don't think it's actually any of you. I don't think you're powerful enough to perform such a thing. I don't know who's done it, but it needs cleaned up. It's okay. It's okay. Relax, relax. I'm not asking you to clean up people's prestidigitation. I don't. Ew, it's gross. I don't expect you to do that. Relax. But you have earned yourself detention, and the constructs that were hired to go in here and clean this up, obviously, they haven't done it. I don't know where they're at in there. They haven't done it. And I've gotten, he looks at a watch, it's not there. I've got a lot of things to do. It's a Saturday. I'm very busy. So I need you to go in, find the cleaning crew constructs, make them do their job. And if they can't do it, you do it. It needs done by the end of the day. And maybe think about what you've done. And if, you know what, I actually watched Breakfast Club the other day just to write this down. I forgot to, I can't find the notes. And I really want you to think about an internal essay of who are you and why you do the things you do. Think of a thousand.
I don't have to think about it. I can answer that right now. If this is a, we do it and then we get to go home.
I don't know if I could stand hearing 1,000 words, Ace. I don't know. You just internalize, breathe, internalize, and well, may the gods have mercy on you, Ace. Anyway, I need someone to oversee the detention crew, and it's breakfast time, so I need to go and do that, and then go about my very busy schedule today. Stephen, if you wouldn't mind helping them out, overseeing them, because you volunteered to do it and you won't leave me the fuck alone. Stephen. Yes, sir. I will show them everything there is to see. Very good. Everyone in. Everyone in. Come on. Come on. Nobody leaves. Nobody leaves till the job's done. Come on, everyone in. And the director is kind of like ushering everyone to go into the guest quarter pocket dimension, if you will. Is everyone going to go in? Is everyone not going to go in? Is there going to be a fist fight?
I would like, as I go in, to cast Disguise Self on myself and turn into a tiny version of him and just give him a middle finger.
Oh, okay. Okay. Looks down at you. Oh, we will address that someday. All right. Yep. That's fine. That's fine. Just birch my name. Yep. And he's going to hold his tongue because he knows trying to argue with you, Ace, is probably going to cost him a half an hour of his life that he doesn't have right now. Finola, we don't know what anybody's done yet. I'm anxious to see what you've done. But Finola, are you going in quietly, or are you making a ruckus, or what? How would Finola be? I mean, she knows what she's done. So, how would Finola be going about this?
Finola's definitely gonna make a ruckus because that's who she is. But I wouldn't say she's gonna like grow some mushrooms around his feet, and they're just gonna like all be like horrible smelling mushrooms that'll just engulf him.
Oh, okay. Okay. You start to I'm going to assume you have a spell that can do at least something close to that.
Yes.
Okay. You start to grow the plants around his feet, and he looks down. The director looks down at it and looks up at you. You're very powerful, Finola. Not so sure the smartest, because when I clean that off of me, it's going in there with you. So you're creating more work. Never mind. So just do your detention, and so we can be done. Will Finola enter the pocket dimension?
I will enter.
Okay. Okay. So Ace, I'm assuming you entered after you gave the director the finger. Okay. Grandmush. First you see Finola create some shroomies. So that's nice. How do you feel about all this?
I think Grandmush nods appreciatively at the shrooms and then just starts to hobble in. And they're going to attempt to casually put something in the door jamb or like where the door would lock so that I can get back out after he shut it.
Okay.
I don't know if this works like a normal school door where I can just like shove stuff in the lock to make it not close all the way.
Okay, sure. What do you want to put in the door jam or try to sneak in the door jam?
I'll lean down and pick up some of the mushrooms that she's grown. Yes, this will do.
So you're not even stealthily doing it. You're just gonna walk over with the shrooms and cram them in the door.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so you take a handful of Finola's fresh mushrooms, and you smoosh them into the door jam. It does create a nice hearty paste in the door jam. It might be enough to keep that from completely shutting. Yes. Okay, that must be a ritual I don't understand. Grand Mush, thank you. Yep. Carry on. Director nods in complete does no understanding of what you just did. Morchella, you've been down this road before. Well, not this particular road, but yep. It's looking like it's going to be another shitty morning for you. How are you taking on this? What's going on?
Marcella actually doesn't care that much because she's used to hauling piles of dirt around at the arena to like help after she wrecks it. Like, so she's just kind of ready. Like, she's already getting the mud off of the trees, using mold earth and just like tossing on the ground, making a pile, kind of like angrily, like, ah.
Okay, nice.
She's just doing the job. She's not saying anything.
Okay. Yeah, you walk in and immediately you start like smacking all the nasty. I mean, envision with me, if you will, all the nasty things that magic users are getting rid of with prestidigitation. So yeah, most of it's like mud and dirt and such. But you never know. There might be that miscellaneous bat poop on the shoulder that it gets thrown somewhere. Where does it all go? Where does all the shit from prestidigitation go? Guess what? It goes here. At least it has been recently. So Marcelli, you start clearing all that off, and very good, very good. Venelis, happy to see your due diligence there. Francis, you are one of the last ones to be addressed here. How do you feel about all this?
All right. This seems a little harsh considering the infraction, but all right. Let's do this. Tie your hair back. Go in. I think as soon as she walks in the door, she turns back to the director and is like, "Do we get any sort of protective gloves or anything like that? Do we have to just pick this up with our bare hands?"
As stated, the path is clear for you to get to the cottage. Find the cleaning constructs. They can do the cleaning. And he looks in through the dimensional doorway and sees Morcello like smashing the crud off the trees. Or you can go that route, but you don't actually have to touch it, Francis.
I'll pull.
That route seems very inefficient.
I'll pull a pair of rough plastic, like the gloves you would wear at a crime scene, out and just toss them over to you, Francis.
There you go. See, Ace is prepared. It's almost like they were in trouble like this before, but I'm not going to point any fingers. Francis, look, just get done with this, okay? I know it's important to you to get through this year. With none of this will be on any of your records. Should you accomplish this mission and pay your dues?
Can it be? Can we put in a request to have this on our records?
Yes. Fill out a 79827 pink form. And
you got it, boss.
Yep, that's the one. You find that form first, and then fill it out. And then,
C213749 form.
Yeah, that was that was the appendix of that.
I'm saying it wrong to try and get them to forget.
Nice. All right, Steven. And like the kid's like, I got this shit. Yeah, okay. And he just kind of pushes the kid in the door and then shuts the door. As the door shuts, let me do a roll here because there's lots of smooshy mushrooms in the door. Okay. The door does manage to, with a of the mushrooms squishing both inside the dimension you're in and outside, as they just kind of splat. The door closes. The door closes behind all of you. Now you can see it is a door in the middle of nothing. There's no like wall or anything. It's just a standing door in the middle of nowhere. And something else that you notice, because the door borders on this dimension, and it appears that you're it's almost like a cylindrical chamber you're in, and there's a forest around the entirety of the outside. But the forest just seems to end in like a mist, right? Beyond 50 yards or so of forest, it just seems to kind of fade into mist. All of you are in this dimension. You're in detention together. You don't know what each other has done. What have you done to get here?
The detention dimension.
Detention dimension. Yes.
Title of episode.
You are here. You have to find these constructs, or are supposed to find these constructs. Make sure they get back to work, or just do it yourself. It's up to you. It's a nice autumn day here in the detention dimension. As let's say we're all like very close at the beginning here at this pathway to lead up to the cottage. What are we doing? What's the vibe? What are we talking about? And what's the game plan?
All right, all. It's not that I'm afraid to get dirty. It's more this seems like a very inefficient way to do it. So what do you say we find those constructs? The place isn't that big. They got to be around here somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean, at least, like, I'm not touching any of this. We'll have to clear a path, right? Do any of you have Unseen Servant?
I do.
I got Mage Hand.
I'm going to cast Unseen Servant.
Okay. You cast Unseen Servant, and just give you a little more specific context here. There is a path that leads from the door to the cottage. Let's say the path is 300 feet total. The path itself is clear. Everything around the path, the trees, the grass, and who knows how long it goes. The cottage itself has not been cleared.
Are there other paths to other places around here?
No, essentially what you open up to is just a path leading to a cottage in this small clearing in the middle of a forest that everything is mist beyond the edge of the forest. So it is a for all intents and purposes a pocket domain that was created for the specific purpose.
But we're stuck inside the cottage itself, not
No.
generally.
The cottage is 300 feet in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're at the edge of the forest. The path goes 300 feet ahead of you, and at the end of the path is a cottage. And
wow, that's terrifying.
Cottage is surrounded by grass, and then beyond the grass is forest. You cast Unseen Servant, and it is unseemly ready to do your bidding.
All right. Hi, I'm sorry to trouble you. Do you mind? We're gonna go try to find the automations. Is that what they were called? We're gonna go try and find the automatons to help clean up some place. But just in the meanwhile, do you mind trying to like tidy up the place a little bit? Maybe try and clear a path to some other areas.
The Silent Servant, even though it doesn't really have a whole lot of agency per se, it does what it's commanded, and it will easily and happily. It doesn't have facial features. I guess it's just an invisible silhouette.
Yeah.
Just kind of and go about starting to scoop things up with its invisible hands, and starting to scoop things up and make little piles on the forest floor, so that they are primed for easy retrieval.
That's great. Thank you so much.
Does your friend have a name?
I call him Guillaume.
Thanks, Guillaume.
It usually helps me with like passing wrenches and stuff, but this is as good of a use, I guess, as we're
I'd
looking
say.
for automatons on it. Anyway, we'll be right back. I'm gonna go forward towards the path. I want to try and find these automatons.
Okay. Is anyone following Francis down the path?
Yeah, I think Grandmush
I will
probably
also
anyways
follow.
would have just
Okay.
beelined.
Okay. And Morchella, are you taking a break from like cleaning these trees off and stuff to follow, or are you hanging back to do that?
Yeah, she'll be at the trail off at the end.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So all of you are funneling down the path. Can everyone please make a perception check for me? As the path leads about 30 feet, and then the path that is kind of bordered with tree lines opens up into the field.
I got a 10.
Oh yeah, for the viewers, next time I'll try to have a little the roll thing. Oh, that's right. I guess we're not all rolling on 20 this time, are we?
I got a 20, which is impressive because I've pulled out a little flip notebook and I'm taking notes as we walk.
Okay.
And a completely indecipherable script for anyone who can see over my shoulder.
I got a 14.
14. Okay.
Quick
yes.
question, mechanically, real fast. I do have the portents where I get to roll 2d20s after a long rest. Are we starting with that? Can I have rolled those?
Yes. Yeah. Anything any of you would have done as character features, like at the beginning of a day or any of that stuff, everything's recharged. You haven't used anything coming into this. Just keep that in mind. You know, we might need our stuff. We might need our nifty stuff today. So yeah, you have your portent dice and everything. Okay, so we have Fanola. How much? What did you say you rolled?
14.
14. Okay. Grandmush. Foe. All right. And Morchella. Oh wait, sorry, Morchella, you got 12. Jeff, what did Francis get?
10.
10. Okay. As all of you, as this tree line breaks way into a nice, calm autumn field. Well, I should say nice, calm autumn field that's covered in gross nastiness. Everyone will notice something, and Ace, you'll notice a little something else. So everyone will notice that it appears that there are lines of strange patterns all through the muck in the field, like something had walked through the field and created these non-uniform patterns, right?
Like a crop circle?
No. Luckily, they're just kind of squiggly, and there doesn't seem to be any design. Even if you zoom out, there wouldn't be a design. Everything is just kind of squiggly, and there are lines. In fact, it looks as though someone had taken maybe like a stick and done it, because there seems to be a line through the grass that has pierced the soil. So someone may have walked with a stick or something, and drug it along behind them and created this line in the soil. But where that line is, the muck has been cleared away. So squiggly, weird, nonsensical lines all through this side of the field. All of you notice that because it's very apparent. And Ace, something that you'll notice is that to the right, everybody must not have noticed this because we've cleared the tree line and now we're taking in this picture. We're taking in the mission and what's ahead of us. You notice behind you that up against one of the trees along the tree line, there's some kind of whitish circular object leaning up against one of the trees, probably the size of a tire. Like, well, I guess a modern tire, like a modern truck tire. So a wagon wheel equivalent.
Can I summon my my mage hand, which just looks like a gloved white hand, to roll it over to us?
Well, I'm really glad that you used the gloved mage hand, because the naked mage hand is just gross in here. I don't want that.
I don't want to leave fingerprints anywhere.
Fair. Fair. That would be cool. Like if they're fingerprinting you in a station, you use your mage hand. No prints. Okay. As you can clearly tell, Ace can clearly tell that thing is going to be too big for the mage hand, because mage hand goes up to 10 pounds. That thing looks. It is an almost solid shape, not a hollow donut, but a solid circular shape, almost like the 7-Up dot guy. But with maybe some designs in the middle. It's hard to tell. It's like 40 feet away, and it's covered in muck. So, might be a wagon wheel. It might be a, Eat It Joe's sign. It's hard to tell, but it definitely looks like an object and not a person or creature.
I'm gonna go check this out. BRB. I'm gonna go scurrying over to it. Try to wipe it off.
Okay.
With my mage hand. I don't want to touch it.
Okay. Ace is what? 3 feet, 4 feet, something like that?
Yeah. Okay. 3 feet.
So Ace, as you're walking through the 1.5 foot tall grass of the field that is covered in muck all over, as like the dirt and the grossness like swash up against the top parts of your calves. And
you gotta be prepared to get dirty in the line of fire. Just training.
This is the way to get the scoop. People get in there, and you make your way through the field, and sometimes you get the opportunity to kind of walk on one of those paths that is unsoiled, as I described the weird patterns. But otherwise, you walk through the muck, and you make your way over to the tree, and immediately, as you get close enough to get a good view of what this object is, you notice that it looks like you've seen this before. It's a construct. In fact, it is the son of a gun. Did I write it down? It is the suspense. There we go. It is the Catharta Academy Campus Guide, a construct that is used to on your first days. Morcello, sorry, this doesn't exist on your first days, but it's a construct that the Tinkerers have created recently to welcome new students into their first year. Hi, welcome to Catharta Academy. Blah, blah, blah. This way to the library. Do you need to use a restroom over there? Somewhat annoying campus guide construct that is to help new students and guests find their way. But as you get really close, you notice that the construct, normally a happy, chipper-looking, round construct, is sitting still. There's no light in its eye sockets, and there is a hole in the side of. It's a round thing to begin with, so it's a hole in the top of it. A hole that looks like it was punched in.
Don't worry, little buddy. We're gonna get you out of here, all right? And I'm gonna pat him on the head and then try to pick him up and very slowly make my way back through the muck carrying this thing.
Okay. The thing is very heavy. Let me see here. It is. You're probably gonna need some help. This is a a clockwork construct of your size, so it's very metal and heavy. You could probably drag it. I would say Ace can definitely drag it, but as far as picking it up, she might have needed to eat her Wheaties this morning for them to get this up that high.
So
hey, Shroomhead, you want to come give me a hand over here?
Are all three of the mushroom magic users going to look over?
I know, which?
There's 3 of you.
The tall one, the tall, muscly one.
Yeah. I had Marcella did have not her Wheaties this morning, but a bucket of mushroom soup.
Yep, bucket of soup.
And she's eager to use her brawn. Go over and can she pick it up with a 15 strength?
Oh yeah, you can, and much like Ace did, Marcella, you can pick the thing up. It's just it's like a large truck tire, but it's a metal construct, so you can pick it up and carry it. It just it's annoying in its size and heaviness, but yeah, you can pick it up. The construct itself just kind of is lifeless. It just the arms and the legs hang there. It's almost like an amusement park, character.
Like Chuck E. Cheese.
It sounds
What?
like Dr. Eggman.
No, that's dark. Chuck E. Cheese is so dark. I mean, like, we're all
Those
no, we're
trash
not
cans
all
will
peeing.
wander around Disneyland and talk to you.
Yeah, like a Disneyland thing or a Hershey Park thing or a Six Flags thing or something like, yeah, just, hey, look at me, blah, blah, you know. But unfortunately, this isn't saying that because it's got a hole in its head and it's lifeless. But you carry it over to the group, back over to the clean path, and all of you see Morchella and Ace come back over to the path, and they bring this object that is covered in muck, and you all notice that this is the Catharta welcome thing. What the fuck is it called? There, campus guide. There we go. You set Morchella, do you set it down at the group?
Yeah.
Okay. You set the construct down. Now what, gang?
Oh my gosh, what happened to it? And I want to go down and check out what happened. Did somebody vandalize it?
Go ahead and do an investigation check, Francis,
All right.
as you're looking the poor thing over.
Grandmush hobbles
19.
over and just pokes it with her cane a little bit.
Okay.
Can I learn like detect magic on it?
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
I got 19.
Okay. 19. So detect magic. And 19. Grandmush, you get poking it with your cane. It just nudges it. There's no resistance. There's no life to this left in this thing. Finola, since you're using magic, you don't detect any. Or I'm gonna phrase this. At first you don't detect any magic on this thing, but you do see little kind of flakes of what looked to be like some kind of magic. I don't want to call it residue, but resonance, like traces of magic by the hole. The traces of magic are pink in color, but they don't, and they're only seen by you with detect magic, but they don't actually detect magic as a spell usually tells you what school of magic that you're detecting. These don't have a school. They just are popping up as magical. So it doesn't look like it was a spell that did it, but it was something. There's traces of something magical on the wound on this construct. Francis, with a 19, you can tell that the hole, what is that? Golf ball. It's about the size of a golf ball on the top of this construct's head, if you want to call it that. And it's definitely something that came from the outside and went in. You can tell by the way the metal was bent. And it's very jaggy. So it doesn't look like it was necessarily, you rolled a 19, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't look like it was an instrument that did it. Something not finesse, not symmetrical, right? It's very like, not like a sword wound or a spear or something like that. It's very chunky, the wound.
Some blunt object just shot through it.
Yeah.
Does it look at all like repairable? Or is it like the circuitry fried?
Yeah, the wound doesn't look that bad. Do any of you have what's the fucking mending? Does anybody have mending?
I do. I was gonna ask.
With a 19 investigation check, you could tell this wound could be mended.
Okay, I'm gonna try and mend it.
Okay. It's gonna take you a few minutes, but I would definitely think that you can mend this. And what do we as everyone sees Francis, she bends down, she closely examines the construct and begins to use her magic to weave and heal first some of the damaged innards and then the outside of this construct. As she's doing that, what is everyone else doing? It's gonna take a few minutes. So what are we doing?
I think Grandmush probably lost interest when nothing happened when they poked it. So they're gonna turn and shamble towards the front door and knock.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so Grandmush is heading to the cottage, finishing the rest of the trip to the cottage. Finola, what's Finola doing as the construct's being healed?
I'm like looking through like this little like I guess like reference book I have just like to see like why would detect magic not work? Because I think it's really really interesting that it's not telling me what kind of magic it is.
You like whip out a school book out of your bag.
Yes, exactly. Like
Textbooks.
pure nerd.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're trying to look up reasons why you're not getting more information out of this. You are able to see what others can't see, but it's just such a trace amount. It's almost like gold dust on something. It's not even. You can discern that it's not a spell. Like that, whatever did this is not a spell because you would be able to. You probably sense that unless it was long gone. But you're looking through your books trying to figure this out as Francis is repairing the construct. Ace, so what are you doing as the repairs are begun?
I think so. Are you sorry, Francis, are you known on campus as like an artificer tinkerer, or are you known as a bard?
As a bard. And
so then I'm watching this and I'm taking notes on what she's doing to the machine.
Okay. Francis, you're now the big bad. As written in the school paper, you're making this robot into your own, and beautiful. Okay, awesome. Morchella, what are you doing? So Grandmush has gone ahead, and the other three, we haven't touched on Steven yet, but the other three are watching over the healing of this construct.
She's pretty unimpressed by like what are those constructs? Because like Glyph was kind of lame, I guess. So she's just gonna walk over and join Grandmush. Also, is Glyph with us in detention right now?
No, Glyph.
Okay.
He's in class right now. He didn't do anything wrong, and you know what you did. But Glyph wasn't there for that. So
Okay.
yeah, and hopefully we'll get to meet Glyph then, because he probably misses hanging out with you guys. Okay, so you're gonna Grandmush. Okay, the mushy mushroom gang is heading over to the cottage, and Steven. Oh yeah, Steven. The supervisor / chaperone. Oh, this place is so gross. Francis, what's he doing there? What's the hole about? What's that all about?
I don't know, some blunt object shot through it.
That sounds serious.
You think it got sent down here with the rest of the garbage somehow, like prestidigitated?
That also sounds serious. Okay, I'm gonna go see what Morchella's doing. And he skips down the path towards the cottage.
Thanks for the help, Steven.
You're welcome. Oblivious to that being anything but honesty. And okay, so it does take a couple minutes to start healing this, but Francis, you're getting good feedback as you're going along the way that as the inside parts of this construct, we're just going to say that the Tinkerer built this. And by the way, it does look like, I really wish I had this on hand and then I wouldn't have to look it up. I guess Jeff, you would probably be the only one who knows, and maybe Erica, what the Cathartus symbol looks like. The white one, Jeff, the base symbol that all the other ones are made out of.
Yeah, it's like a top-down view of a diamond.
Yeah, it looks like that's what this construct looks like.
Rad.
That's the shape of it, and it as you three are waiting, you can tell, Francis, you can just tell that it is starting to work. You actually see like one of its hilariously large fingers begins to like it begins to twitch a little bit as you are slowly bringing it back to life.
I'm gonna hold the finger.
Fingers.
You're gonna hold the finger. Okay.
I'm gonna hold the finger. I'm like squeezing it. You can do it, buddy. Come on, little guy.
Ace's little hand, and yeah, it's jerking. It's getting there, slowly coming to life. Morchella and Grandmush, you approach the door. The door itself is covered in slime and grossness. All the prestidigitation poo or whatever is all over this building. But you come to the door. Grandmush, are you just going to open it up?
Yeah, Grandmush knocks anyway.
Okay. You knock on the door. Grandmush and Morchella.
What a beautiful home you have here. Maybe is there some tea ready? I could use a bit of a rest.
I don't think anyone's home. Or I think they probably would have cleared out by now, you know. Like, look
Well,
at it.
what are you talking about? This is a lovely place. I could live
Sure.
here.
What did you do, by the way?
Hmm?
How did you get here? You don't seem like the troublemaking type.
Well, I came through that door back there. I think we all did. Were
No, what got you into detention?
unaware that there was a door? Let's go through this one.
All right.
Open. Okay. Grand Mush and Marcello, please, both of you, please make perception checks as Grand Mush opens the door.
16.
Okay.
Not one.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Grand Mush, as you open the door, Marcello's just hanging on your words here as you open the door. Grand Mush, as you open the door, you hear a few sounds coming from inside this building. You hear, oh boy, let me hear. First you hear the sound of zip, 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 zip. It's some
Steven,
kind
is
of
that you? Are you playing jokes on us?
it's just making a very like pulsing zip. And you also hear somewhere in the what'd you roll, Rachel?
16.
Okay. You hear from somewhere else in the house, you hear a kind of like a clopping, woody clopping sound.
It sounds like Steven and his horse are in here.
I don't think Steven knows how to ride a horse. You should talk to him sometime. You'll know.
Perhaps it's a friend then. Horses make great friends. Should we continue? Or perhaps we should wait for the other Steven.
What?
Oh, I'm so glad I caught up with you.
There he is.
You're safe now. What happened?
Well, I believe that your other half is inside.
What?
I'm quite whole. I do not
When
understand.
did you get a girlfriend, Steven?
I don't know. I don't have I don't have one of those.
You
I'm
have
not ready. I'm not ready.
Perhaps you have a horse instead?
I don't have a horse. My dad had horses though. They were great. There was a Palomino, and there was a it was a big horse. I don't remember the type of it. What? What were you saying?
I hear horse inside.
Oh, that's silly. I don't. She speaks in riddles. I don't understand. Marcello, what did they say?
There's a horse inside. It's
Oh.
making horse noises.
I shall defer to your judgment, and he will bow to you, Marcella, and then shut up as we zoom over, or he'll shut up as we zoom over to Francis, Ace, and Finola, as the three of you see Grand Mush and Marcella begin to enter the cottage, and then the small construct. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, it doesn't make those noises. Whatever. It just starts like moving.
I've casted 2
Nola.
spells in this campaign, and they're both prompted by, does anyone have this spell?
Oh, there you go. That's easy. Easy prompts. Oh, hey, wait. Did I anyone? What was your other one?
The servant.
Oh, that's right. The servant. Yeah. That's true. And they're still out there doing work.
They're making piles.
Like little sandcastles of moosh out there. Okay, so as the campus guide comes to life, and it's like lids flip up, and then it has like these two little shiny glowy white gems as eyes. Hello, welcome to Cathorna Academy. How are you?
Dude. Good. How are you? How are you feeling?
That's a more important question.
I'm wonderful.
Do you remember anything that happened to you?
Correct. I can make it to the Tomioplex. Follow me. And it just kind of like looks around. I have been lost myself. How are you? Would you like a refreshment?
Yeah, you got some on you?
No, but we have some at the what's the Catharta store's name? Son of a gun! At the Catharta General Store. Would you like me to show you how to get there?
Not right now. We're okay for the moment. Want to come with us to that little house? I don't know what to do with him now he's awake. I just wanted him to be okay.
Do you know anything about cleaning?
I can clean. My job right now is to clean.
Can you maybe go help my friend Guillaume out by the door?
Names. Need more names. Recognition.
What's your name, little buddy?
I am the Catharta Academy Campus Guide. Hold on, let me come up with an acronym.
That's not great. That's not great, friend.
Cagka.
See,
Cagka.
Cagney.
What if we call you oh God, I started that sentence without an ending.
It was in development.
It was in development and I didn't get it there.
If you would like to give me an appropriated name, now would be the time to do so.
Kevin.
Kevin is
I
my
like
name. For now.
Great.
What would you have Kevin do to help show you around the campus?
Oh no.
Kevin is waiting.
Can you have Kevin? Can you go show Guillaume how to make proper piles of garbage out by the door?
Kevin can clean. Who is Guillaume?
He's a fella. You won't be able to see him. He's invisible. Out by the door over that direction. I point towards where the door was.
Kevin detects practical jokes being played on him. You are funny, and I value your opinion.
Yeah, that's how we got in detention, because we're all real funny.
We can just have him follow us, I guess. Can you
know if
write?
that's a
Can you
good
take
idea.
notes? Do you have hands?
I do. And they're
At
like
least one
this
finger.
big. They're these big sausage-fingered, like Mickey Mouse glove hands.
How do you feel about recording everything that goes on around you?
I'm
Being a little
Kevin.
spry.
Would you like me to clean the recorder?
No thanks. I
Oh my
love
Kevin,
him.
Kevin's
love
here.
him.
I would like you to go over there and clean the floor.
Would you like me to clean the forest floor?
The forest floor, yes. There's a lot of garbage there.
Kevin is on the job.
Hey, Kevin. Will you come get us if you need anything? We're going to be right in that cottage over there. You can just come up and holler for us.
Kevin will holler as best he can. Hobbles over and like just right in the middle of the mucky field just starts also not Francis's I keep wanting to say Guillermo. Guillaume, there we go. Guillaume is making these nice tidy little piles. Kevin is like smacking it together and it's actually kind of making a little bit of residual mess. And he doesn't look like he's functioning completely. Like there's glitchy movements.
I am the Brooklyn Nine-Nine meme of I just met him. And if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
All of you will die. Nice.
I kind of
love
get
that.
that impression.
Yeah.
He's kind of still a little wonky.
Yeah,
So-
he's still wonky, but he does as requested and goes over and begins to make this large pile in the center of the field. Or
Oh,
close to it.
you go, Kevin. I mostly just needed you out of our way. Do we go to the cottage? You see what Grandlush is doing?
Okay. Worried about leaving him alone.
Fenola's been humming "Wake Me Up Inside."
Guillaume,
Save
you'll look after
me.
him.
Couldn't picture Kevin as edgy. This could go weird. Let's see here. All right, so you're going inside. Yeah, let's zoom back over to Grand Mush as the group is heading over to Grand Mush and Morchella. And Grand Mush and Morchella, as you walk inside the living room, you see another small construct. This one, not messed up. It is the size of a like miniature pincher, so like a foot and a half tall. It actually, I know exactly what it looks like. Son of a poopy. I need to grab.
Language.
Yes. Sorry. Oh my. That's children. Steven's a
dare you.
child. How dare you? All
My
right.
mother was a poopy.
Yes, exactly. That would make you who I'm talking about then, wouldn't it?
No.
Son of a poopy. All right. Wow. You know, they just get so creative around this time of year. Okay, perfect. So I want to pull up a couple images because I do have these constructs, images for these constructs here, but I don't have them like where I can plot them out for you guys. So this would be a perfect time for us to take a like 3-minute break, go freshen up, everybody get a drink, use the restroom, whatever, real quick, and then we will be right back to finish out the session. So see everybody back in a few. And maybe not. Maybe we're just gonna be stuck here. Maybe we'll be. Boom. There we be. There we be, yo. All right, let's see here. All right. So we left off with the group. We'll say the group all assembling. We're the three that were out reviving Kevin have now assembled in the doorway, and they see Grand Mush and Morcella just walking in and taking a couple steps forward. And Morcella and Grand Mush, you'll notice that there are a lot of this main living room area is clean, is very pristine. And you can easily tell that it's thanks to a small construct that looks like a PNG being dropped onto our board. There we go. It's got like 4 little insectile legs, and it's got an orb on the top. And the bottom of it, there's like some kind of arcane light coming from the bottom of it, and it's sucking things into like its orb body, and it basically looks like a little tiny incinerator. But it is it's like quietly walking around, and it is it's making like a little. Now that you're in here, this isn't something you got earlier, Rachel, but this is a new noise now that you're close enough. You hear that it's making a little like a cooing sound as it begins to like pick up filth. It makes like a little cooing when it's cleaning.
I love it.
Presumably to let you know that it's nearby, because it could, like, itself, it doesn't look dangerous, but should you put a finger in its little incinerator mouth, that probably could prove problematic. But anyway, this thing is about 10 feet over to your right. This is a very typical cottage living room. There's a fireplace over to the right, a nice 3 to 4 person couch in front of it, and then a very large lounge chair to the right of that. There's wood in the fireplace, but there's no fire or anything going. And beyond this, you see the cottage is pretty open, the downstairs. There's a set of stairs in the next room, which is the dining room, on the left side to go upstairs. But so there is this living area, and then there's a dining room, and then you can see the doorway that leads into the kitchen on the opposite end of the cottage. But this little thing is like periodically it finds like a little spot, and then it cleans up the filth, and then just moves on to the next little spot. You see it climbing up the wall a little bit, minding its own business. It doesn't from this distance, it just looks to be doing its thing. You still hear the
Hey, buddy.
Oh, go ahead.
How you doing up there?
It doesn't seem to acknowledge anyone. It just
Okay. It's
um
a Roomba.
you do still hear, Grandwish, you still hear the clopping. But now that you're a little closer, you can kind of tell it sounds like it's coming from upstairs. And that's it, right? There was two sounds. Yeah.
Then I leave the door open for the tiny thing in the hopes that it'll find its way outside and start doing that stuff.
Good. Yeah. It looks very effective. Looks like it's still functioning. I'll wait till everybody else gets in here. But yeah, it doesn't seem to. You leave the door open. It just seems to be on auto. Like Nell said, Roomba. It's essentially Roomba action going on. Although a Roomba that can do the walls and ceiling as well.
Is this room
That would
like
be the
pretty
coolest
fully
Roomba.
clean? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Bree.
Go for it.
Nothing. I was just commenting that would be the coolest room. But don't worry about it.
Yeah. It is a little effective little Roomba. It's not fully clean, but there are. How to put it? A lot. I'd say like 3/4 of it are clean. This thing, it looks like it's been kind of going about its thing. Not as great with patterns as Roomba is, because there are like a section that's clean, and then maybe 3 or 4 feet that weren't touched yet, but it is homing in on yucky parts. So you hear the cooing of the small cleaning thing, the clopping of some kind of wooden sound upstairs, and then you see like the filthy dining room, presumably the filthy kitchen beyond. And what are we doing? So we all gathered in the doorway here. What would we like to do?
The horse is upstairs, I think. Should we Go get it. I don't think they can walk downstairs.
I thought that was
Maybe try
cows.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pretty nimble. I can go first if we're worried about things being scary.
Can I try to shove some of the muck out the way with mold earth? Is it like mostly dirt or?
I guess Mold Earth will allow you to. You're essentially panning for gold. You're able to sift like the mud and dirt and earth out of the nastiness, but the rest of it is like bio waste and freaking just all kinds of random crap, like oil stains and all that shit.
Can I form it into like little packed earth platforms that we step on instead of the bio muck
That is hilarious. If you take the time, yes.
on top of the stairs? I'm like, let me just make this a little bit less horrible. She's just gonna spend a few minutes rearranging the.
You start condensing the actual dirt out of the nastiness that is touching everything here, and you begin to make little lily pad stepping places for everybody to walk over to the stairs without going through who knows what. As you do that, let's give me, you know what? Okay, so we're gonna have, since we use numbers, I like to do random shit and randomly assign things and randomly handle things. So since we all have, or all of you have a number, to get into Video Ninja, let's use those numbers. All of you have a number 1 through 5, and 6 will be a reroll. I'm gonna roll a d6 and then ask a question.
I would say my number, but I don't want to dox myself.
Okay. Looks like Erica and Nell. Can both of you roll perception checks, please?
Sure thing. Wait, hang on. That's a 16.
16. Okay. Now, are you sure that's not higher?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I thought you were a divination wizard.
Yeah, but I got a low ass wisdom.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Okay,
well, the plus one is actually pretty impressive. That comes from the investigator background. It's a shame.
Fair. Okay, very good. That's right. Wisdom, intelligence, got mixed up there. Okay, good. So as Morcello, as you finish making these platforms for everybody to safely walk over to the stairs, the little cleaning bot, you hear it like next to you by Ace, by you and Marcella's feet. And you look down and you see the little thing. It's a cute little thing, just mind its own business. But you notice that the side, that spherical body part of it, on the side of it, there looks to be, it looks to be marred. The metal looks to be marred quite a bit. There is like scratches. There's scratches on it, and then it's dented in a little bit, and then the scratches lead the whole way down the side of it to the bottom.
Ooh.
The rest of it looks pristine, but it looks like something hit it or was scratching at it or trying to pierce it. Much in the same fashion.
Beating up on these bots. I think we ought to find them and give them a taste of their own medicine. They ought to pick on someone their own size. Or if they are, in fact, the size of the bots, they ought to not pick on anyone at all.
Yeah, looks like they did a number on this one.
Little
Perhaps
bot.
they are hungry.
For metal? Never heard of a creature like that, but I'm learning something new every day. Who knows?
There might be.
We're not all in the cottage yet, are we?
Oh yeah. Everybody's in here, and Marcello is just getting done making the little platforms for you to safely walk over to the stairs, and we're all just kind of waiting right inside the door here.
Okay.
Is there anything anyone would like to do before we leave the living room?
Yeah, I'd like to pop my head outside the door, the cottage, and yell to Guillaume. It's like, Hey, Guillaume, would you mind joining us in here a little bit? We're moving on into the cottage.
You don't see.
Wait, get Kevin too.
Kevin cannot fit through this door, I don't think. I think Kevin's
Through the
great.
door,
Kevin
you
in.
got my buddy.
Okay, Guillaume
Guillaume
can actually
comes.
type things.
Guillaume comes, shows up. You, Francis, you feel Guillaume's proximity.
Hey, Guillaume, we're just working through here in this area. Would you mind helping out with cleaning the interior as we look around?
The invisible salute. That's just acknowledgement. Guillaume, always dependable, always acknowledging.
I still feel so guilty asking him for favors, especially this.
At least you ask him, you know. But yeah, immediately the very nice, pristine little pile begins to form by the doorway. Then the little tiny robot like scampers over to the pile. Begins to start to suck it up, almost like, "Don't you put me out of work."
I'm gonna
Damn it,
stick
Guillaume.
my head out under Francis's in the doorway, just like Scooby-Doo style. Hey, Kevin! Hey, Kevin! Come here, buddy.
Kevin is cleaning. Here I come. And, like he steps through he has big ass feet, and he steps in the pile that he just like formed up.
Oh my god.
I love him.
I was
Trying to think
picturing
like
this.
the Kool-Aid Man.
Yes,
Well,
yes. Either that or like Dr. Eggman, but like dumb.
But like dumb.
But like, nice.
Eggman
Hey,
is
buddy.
dumb.
Do you want to just hang out right here? Just like stand right here in this corner for a minute, and we'll be right back for you.
This corner was made in 821 PR.
Thanks.
And then he just like stares
Go back.
at you blankly.
I'll jot it down in my notebook. Why not?
It's historically correct.
Kevin knows. Okay. You all make your way from the living room into the dining room. Let's see. Let's get two more random. We'll go with perception checks again. We'll ride those out as long as we can. Until they're death saving throws. Whee! All right.
It's a good bit. Stick with it.
Okay. So, yep. So it'll be Ace and Francis, I believe.
Oh boy.
Can I try to be stealthy as we're going up these stairs?
Is it Francis or Grandmush?
Oh no.
4 and 5. Sure. Whenever we're like approaching the stairs right now. We're getting into the dining room. This whole dining room doesn't look like it's touched. It's all gross.
Everyone congratulate me. I have
What'd you get?
rolled the first nat 1 of the campaign.
Well,
I'm
sure my 9 will make up for that. We're totally going to see what's coming next.
Yeah.
For a total of 3, by the way.
Morcella did technically get one earlier, but if you'd like the second first
Damn it.
natural one,
I
you
don't
can have
want
the
it.
second first one.
I don't want it. It's not worth
Okay.
it.
It's year
All right.
2, number 2 special.
Yeah.
When did you roll in that 1?
Perception
We
check.
perceived something walking in the cottage. Well, I didn't. Grandwish did.
Completely missed it. All right, so this nat 1 has no positive attributes. I just
Okay.
failed.
Neither of you notice anything. Okay. So we're heading to the
Good.
stair, and Ace. Everyone just hears upstairs. I can't do it now. It's so dry. Just a clumping sound. Kind of sounds like horseshoe or horse hooves, but it's got a more wooden, like hollow sound to it.
Yeah, I'd like to try to be sneaky up the stairs.
Okay.
Maybe it's a centaur.
Ooh, centaur in the attic. Classic. Classic Kevin. You know, he throws those kind of parties. All right. Ace, go ahead and make a stealth check as you want to sneak upstairs.
Oh, we're doing so good here. That's a whole 5.
Ace,
So,
Ace, you're the
Really
first
showing my
one.
stuff to everyone. Really making a good first impression here.
Everyone, get behind me. I got this.
Clump, clump,
What are
clump.
you in here for again? Was it?
Oh, wait, no, hang on. I want to be impressive. I'm going to use one of my portents. I'll swap that out for a 15 to make it an 18.
Ooh, okay.
I want everyone to think I'm cool. It's very important to me.
Okay. So Ace, you go to take your third step up through this muck, and you notice that there's definitely a oily, goopy substance that your foresight tells you at the last second, should you step on that, it's gonna make like a fart sound. It's like the putty or the little jar of fart putty or fart goop.
Yeah.
You can definitely see that's
Excuse
what's
me?
going to happen. And yeah, you've never seen that stuff.
You've never seen the fart putty?
Yeah.
Please elaborate.
The fart putty.
Yeah.
So it comes in a
Not any
little.
fart
It's like
putty.
comes in a little plastic jar, and if you like squish it, it sounds like a fart.
I'm mortified, and I think you're
It's
making
his
this
job.
up.
No, it's oh
Unfortunately,
my.
they are not, Jeff.
Where's your
That's
childhood,
the
Jeff?
purpose.
It
yeah.
was not in the fart putty.
It was not in the fart put. That's fair. Well, consider yourself.
I think
I
it
was going to
also
say,
joins,
my childhood, I grew up well adjusted, but
Oh, well then you
I
wouldn't
think
be
it
here.
joins the ranks of,
Baseline.
of the little water tube that looked like you were giving a blowjob.
yeah, I had
Oh,
those.
Yeah.
Actually, I have something to say about that I will not say on air, but remind me after we go off camera. I have
Same.
something to
Yep.
say about that.
Yeah.
Weird
Yay.
ass. Yeah. Congratulations. Toys have come so far since the horrible 80s and 90s toys that
I had
haunt-
The 90s are
Nickelodeon
not
Jack.
kind to us.
that haunted. Okay, so you Ace, you foresee this at the last second, and you stop your foot from landing in the fart putty, and you know, it was stuck to somebody's shoe, I guess. You stop and you walk around it very quietly up to the top of the stairs, and then you see it. You see what's making that noise. And it's not fart putty. Let me show you.
It's
Click.
not Steven with coconuts, guys. I'm really getting the feeling.
You see the direct source of the noise, and it is a wooden donkey construct.
Oh wow.
It's a horse.
Or wooden horse. Yeah.
I love
Of
it.
course.
And the wooden donkey is like it's walking in place, and it looks like that, but on the back it has a almost like a trough on its back, like facing upward, as in you would put stuff in into the trough on its back.
So could you say that he has a dumpy?
The donkey has a dumpy, yes. In this environment with these nastiness around, that's got all kinds of meanings. The donkey is like is stuck in place, and it's trying to walk forward. And then Ace, you see what's holding the donkey in place.
Oh,
In the corner behind it, up against the wall, there seems to be a webwork of threads, almost like I'll just call it a web for simplicity's sake. It looks like a web of thread and twine and string, probably encompassing like 8 foot tall and 5 foot wide area of thread. And from that thread, there are several strands that are stuck to the back of the donkey. They must be pretty strong if they're holding the donkey in place. They're stuck to the back of the donkey, and you can see that they're stuck there by needles. There are needles stuck in the donkey's butt that have threads. And then, Ace, then you see it. A set of tiny little eyes looking at you from inside the webwork of thread. Uh-oh. I was going for a dramatic drop of another image, but too many windows. So little time. So
I
little
love
time.
you.
Oh, that's foul.
You see a a small mechanical spider with spools of thread on its back, and for its like front few legs, there are like little pairs of scissors and little sewing needle apparatus. And as the as the donkey clumps forward and then like backs up and then clumps forward and backs up, you see when it backs up, the spider lashes out at it. Tick, 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 tick. poking at it and trying to clip it with the little tiny scissors, almost like it's defending its web. And Finola, something that you see that might not mean anything to the others, but you notice that that same pink glow that you saw, the residue that you saw on Kevin, is there's a like condensed spot of it on top of the spider. Almost looks like a gem or something glowing with that pink glow on top of the spider.
That's what tried to kill Kevin.
That's it, guys. It's nothing's being aggressive to you. You just see the donkey in a bad situation and a little spider looking very defensive about its side of the room.
Francis, you're good with those things. You want to go cut that donkey free?
I am. I think Yolen's better with those things.
Who's better?
Guillaume.
Oh, Guillaume.
Yeah. Do we have like a pair of scissors or something around here? And maybe we can just like pull it apart.
Oh, I can send my mage hand over with a dagger, I guess. I didn't know if that was gonna
I have a dagger. Guillaume, here. Do you mind taking this dagger and cutting the donkey free?
Put the dagger to the or give the dagger to the unseen servant.
Yeah.
The unseen servant holds the dagger, walks over, and begins to slice it like a fine ham. He's not Guillaume's not violent. He solves it through, house chores. So he's cutting the ham. As Guillaume brings the dagger over, the spider jumps off the web and immediately starts attacking the dagger. It's just a little spider. It's like yay big. It's not very big. So it starts attacking the dagger. Of course, it doesn't hurt the dagger. It doesn't even see Guillaume. Although Guillaume, my man, let's see if you can. Okay.
It's got 10 hit points.
Oh, it is corporeal? I didn't know. I thought the unseen servants were incorporeal. Okay.
It can be defeated.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. But well, it's invisible. This thing doesn't attack it, but it does attack the knife and knocks the dagger onto the floor. Tink, 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 tink. The dagger is now underneath the donkey. The donkey just continues its pattern. The clop, 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 tries to get free, and then it backs up. Tries to get free, and then it backs up.
I have something that might help. I reach into my bag and I pull out a mirror and I slide the mirror across the floor towards the spider in the hopes that the spider will fight himself.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. You know what? Let me see spider. What is your
Or be distracted long enough to let us cut the donkey free.
Okay, I'm gonna make that roll. That is with a -1.
A -1.
Okay. The spider does jump down at the mirror. There we go. Jumps down on the floor with the mirror, and you see it raise up its little fucking
Pincers.
Scissors and pincers and needles and stuff. It raises it up, and then then climbs back up the web. Almost like it jumped down and saw that what was there was not a threat to its space. And then it goes up to the web, and when the donkey backs up too far, it shoots another needle with thread out right into the donkey's ass, creating another tense thing holding the donkey from escaping.
All right. Well, my next idea is to burn this place to the ground. So who's next?
I'm gonna. Here, Finola. You look like you're you know things about things. And you might be able to learn more things about more things. This is my most prized possession, so I'd like it back in one piece, please. And I'll pull out a magnifying glass. that should give you advantage to examine small, highly detailed objects from my investigator background. If you want to take a look at the spider.
Yes, I would like to look at the spider.
Okay. Finola. Go ahead and make an investigation check. You said with advantage now? Okay. Investigation check with advantage.
Oh, that's a nat 20. So sorry.
Nice. Heck
Is it the first
yeah.
nat 20?
Hopefully, so we don't, we don't want to second first it. Yes, first nat 20.
Nice.
First nat 20. Finola.
That means it's worth double.
What? You're not 40. So Finola, this is gonna net you two things. One is, well, whatever the natural 20 investigation check's gonna get you, but it's gonna get you a flashback. Which has nothing to do with the natural 20. I just figured we need to start facilitating finding out what you naughty kids are in here for, or naughty elderly.
All right.
Yeah. This was supposed to be like a Breakfast Club kind of where we work to find out why we're all here and the common threads, huh? And
Sorry, I
stuff
shut
like
you down so quickly at the door.
yeah, it's we're getting there. We're weaving it all together, if you will. All right, Finola. You take the kind words from Ace, and Ace gives you their most prized possession, or so they say, and they, Evan imbued you with the encouragement and confidence to get in there and look really closely. You walk forward. You see this as you approach the little spider. You see it kind of like get up in a defensive posture. Ha, hoo, ha. Moves around a little bit as you get close, but you get just close enough to really take a look at the spider. And wow, this is a wonderful roll to get a nat 20 on, by the way. But before we discuss why it's so important that you got a nat 20 on this, all this encouragement, all these kind words, and this good feeling, good vibes you're riding right now, they weren't always there. In fact, they were definitely not there when you earned yourself this detention. I know it's tough to talk about, Finola, but what is it that got you in trouble? Why are you here on a Saturday looking at a spider's butt with a magnifying glass? Why are you here?
I am here because again, I have a weird streak for weird magic, and I was very much trying to impress some people, maybe make some friends, and I tried a very wonky spell that may or may not have filled the room with toxic gas. And that's why I'm here. Everyone's fine.
That's rough too, because that was during culinary class, and boy, they just did not appreciate the smells you've been stanking. When you're making no bake cookies and it smells like a sewage dump in there. Okay, well, it's rough, and you did get in trouble for it, but it was a minor infraction. Nothing to be worried about, and nothing you can't come back from. And it might not have been a shining moment, but now's your time to shine. You look in very closely, and you see that you were right. It is a pink gem on the back of the spider, like right behind where its head would be, between its head and the spools of thread on its back. You see this little pink gem, but you look so closely that you see something that, aside from an 18 or higher, you weren't going to see, is you see that attached to the little gem is a little metal frame. It's almost like there is a construct on the construct. There's a little insect, like a tick-looking construct that has the gem on its back.
Ooh, can I use Mage Hand to try and pluck it off?
You can try anything. It may or may not go well, but you can try
Oh, boy.
anything. So you see very closely. And sleight of hand. You got sleight of hand? What you got?
I do not have sleight of hand.
No, I mean everybody has sleight of hand, but what would your? It'll be your dexterity. If you're not
Oh.
proficient in it, it's your dexterity plus your roll.
16.
Okay. You very closely and very carefully guide your little mage hand in here. Dun 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 dun, dun. And it gets closer to the spider. And since normal mage hands can be seen, they're little spectral hands, aside from if you have like a ledger main feature. But your little spectral hand floats in, and the spider, like, you know, it was kind of cool with you being kind of close to it, but when the hand comes in, it's ha! Cha, 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 cha. It's trying to defend itself against the hand. Coincidentally making the spider move all around, and then the hand gets closer and it starts climbing up its web and trying to evade the hand. Your hand would have done great, your sleight of hand roll would have done great, but the spider wasn't going to sit still and take it. So you can keep pursuing it in through the web with your spectral hand because it can do that, but your odds of doing something that requires finesse with your mage hand are going to be very low.
Okay.
How would you like to proceed?
I want to go after him.
Okay. You can weave your mage hand. I mean, you don't have to wave it. It goes right through the threads. But as it keeps going through, the spider's like, I picture it like a little jumping spider. So it's like, like very sharp movements. Ha, hoo, ha, hoo. And as it moves around, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. And what are you trying to do with your mage hand? Exactly.
I am trying to grab the gem right before he jumps, so that when he jumps, I only am holding the gem and not the spider.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Sleight of hand check with disadvantage because you're kind of working against everything at this point.
Okay. That's a 12.
Okay. All right. You manage to, with a 12, you manage to grab the gem. The spider jumps, but when the spider jumps away, the gem in the mage hand, like it kind of breaks away from it, and the little metal construct that was holding that has a gem on its back, the little metal construct and the gem pop, and you see this little pink dust and this little pink residue on the back of the spider, but that little gem thing it exploded. It. But the spider itself, like, goes. Its little like defensive posture goes away, and it climbs down the web and begins to cut the donkey free.
Oh.
And then it goes over. On the other side of its web, you can see that part of its web has been made out of like torn bits from the guest bed, like the sheets and stuff. It is deconstructed those sheets to make threads and twine and stuff. It begins to go over and start doing patchwork on the pillowcase. It seems to be going back to its cleaning routine.
Okay. That's adorable.
The donkey walks forward, walks over to the stairs, and like timidly puts its what the hell's it? Hoof. There we go. Hoof. Timidly puts its hoof down on the first stair to go downstairs. What are we all doing? We're all standing up here. The donkey is getting ready to walk by you, or is attempting to walk downstairs. What are we doing up here?
Are there any other rooms up here, or is it just this one space?
It's just the one, like it's like a loft bedroom type deal. I mean, it's not.
And
a
is
loft
it clean
itself.
up here now?
No. The bed is, but other than the bed, no, it's still yucky up here. It looks like the donkey came up here with the trough on its back for something to put stuff in it. The trough itself looks pretty empty. But yeah, no, the room's still gross other than the bed. It looks like the spider has cleaned up like all the bedding and such.
Grandmush will make a little lead out of the rope they're carrying and loop it around the donkey's head.
Okay. Okay, the donkey, no resistance. The donkey lets you, put the lead around. Okay. What are you going to do when the donkey starts attempting to go down the stairs and the lead goes taut?
I'll sit in the trough and go with it.
Okay. You're gonna climb up on its back and sit in the trough and go down this. Okay. Grand Mush. As you put the lead around the donkey, you gingerly hop up on its back, and it's going to allow you to do so. You hop on its back, you sit on the trough, sit in the trough. The donkey goes to take like its second step down the stairs, and just boom. It's a donkey, and it's going downstairs. It's not real. It has your weight on its back, and the stairs are slippy from goop.
It's like a slide.
Yep. The legs come out from underneath it. You guys smack the stairs, and you bobsled down the stairs and into the dining room. And in fact, make a strength saving throw, please, to see if you get ejected from the donkey.
Oh, certainly. I got a 5.
Okay. As you and the donkey hit the dining room floor, the donkey barrels over, and you go flying, and both of you fly into the dining room table, smashing 2 of the chairs. And you take gun roll 1d6. You take 1d6 donkey damage
6.
as you and him collide.
Oh no!
Oh wow! You take
Donkey damage.
donkey damage as both you slam into the table and the donkey slams into you. The donkey immediately tries to get up. It is not trying to hurt you or anything.
Francis?
Are you all right?
Oh, certainly. But, I assume, well, the donkey seems to have made a bit of a mess. You can mend, right?
Mend the donkey or mend you?
I was thinking the chairs.
Mend the chairs?
Francis, you look down the stairs and
just break.
Okay, you're more important than the chairs right now. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Grandmush.
Okay. You come down, you check out Grandmush is definitely injured. I guess Grandmush, what's your hit points? You guys are level 2, so it's not anything crazy.
Grandmush has 15 hit points.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Take back 4 hit points
Lovely.
from my Cure Wounds. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of the chairs. See what we can do about the donkey. I guess is this the automated thing? Like what's the donkey doing here?
I'm assuming it was sent with the others to clean up.
Okay, so the donkey is one of the cleaning.
It looks like you put stuff in its back and then it takes it away. Takes the trash out, as they say, as I too am trash. Sometimes.
All right, I'm gonna go towards mending with the chairs. You say, I guess I keep talking. It's like, so it's like the spider also, like one of the automatons. What that's supposed to do?
Yeah, it sews the things back together, right? It cleans up the fabrics.
I guess that makes sense.
I don't know what the tour guide was doing here.
I think the tour guide just took was like collateral
seems
damage,
quite
got sent
useless.
here. Kevin seems a little bit. I don't know if my mending repaired everything with Kevin.
Kevin is
Are you
perfect just the
around?
way he is, and no one else will say otherwise.
I lean out of the door frame into the living room and go, "You're doing a great job, Kevin."
Kevin is exactly the way Kevin is supposed to be.
Kevin's trying to clean, and I don't if I keep Guillermo.
Guillaume.
There we go.
It's a great name.
I can't get Guillermo out of my Guillaume. Guillaume comes down, and even though Guillaume doesn't have facial expressions, if he did, it would be because his neat little pile next to Kevin's big mound of leaning mush that's like slowly keeps plopping back down on the floor. But Kevin's doing work. He's trying, doing work. As you guys kind of regather in the dining room, The donkey is back up and running. It is slightly damaged, but not inoperable in any way. But a little bit of wooden donkey damage. And Grandmush is getting healed up. Francis is working on fixing the chairs. We're standing in the dining room, which is still pretty gross. But Marcella has given us quite a few places to stand on that are not gross. So what would we like to do? What's the next plan of attack?
I'd love to take my magnifying glass back. And not use it because it's not useful, but just like investigate the room and see if there's any more of that pink powder or anything else suspicious now that more of the room is clean. Looking for clues.
Okay. Yep. So you're looking around the bedroom, right? The upstairs room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking around the bedroom, everywhere around the bed is clean, and the armoire, like the thing that the spider cleaned, its areas, essentially its fabrics and such. And it can even make the bed. It's even begun to make the bed. But the rest of it's kind of goopy over with, like the little table, the storage chest for personal effects and such. You begin to look around. Go ahead and make an investigation check, Ace.
That is a natural 20 for a total of 25.
Damn. Okay.
I hope there was something here to find. I'm so sorry if I wasted.
Ace, you find a little bit of the remnants of that little tiny construct that was on the spider. You find a little, little pieces of it. It's very fine work. Very, this is even smaller than normal common watch work of our time. It's very small. You can see little tiny sprockets and all kinds of little tiny things in here. And you see that some of it looks kind of janky. The little tiny pieces here look like, wait a second, is that a piece of you know what, we're gonna yeah, that's a natural 20. We'll give it to you. A couple pieces of it look like very distinct metal that you remember seeing as pieces of silverware from the Cathartic Cafe.
Okay. Good to know.
Some of this little tiny construct, like pieces of its exterior, look like it was made out of other things. The exterior, anyway. But other than that, it looks like a little tick that had an open spot on its back for a gem.
I'll gather the pieces, sweep them up, and put them in my pouch. Save them, hold on to them.
Okay. Yep. So you can put that in your inventory. Tiny tick pieces. I don't know. We'll go with that. What is everybody else doing? So Francis is mending. Grandmush is being healed. And Ace is investigating the bedroom. Finola and Marcella, what are you doing?
Were we told how to get out when we finish the job? I don't remember that.
You could just you're not locked in here. The professor would have told you you're not locked in here. You're not stuck in here, but they told you not to leave until the end of the day. Until your job is done. But you're supposed to have it done by the end of the day.
We did figure it out, right?
Well, you're supposed to find all the constructs, which I guess I should have told you he would have told you is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 constructs. And find the constructs, figure out why they're not doing their job, and or do their job, and or clean this. This place has to be cleaned. You have to find the constructs, and then you leave.
So we got 4.
Yeah, Kevin, Roomba, Donkey, Spider.
I don't think Kevin counts.
Maybe.
Excuse you.
In this context, Kevin counts in general, but as far as cleaning, I don't think he's equipped.
Perhaps he should be in the donkey bucket.
Oh. Tell him, Grandma. Grandmush, sorry.
Wait, Kevin should be in the donkey bucket or me?
Oh no, Kevin.
Kevin?
Kevin, I'm over here.
So is there anywhere we? Hi, buddy. I love you.
Like,
Over here, Kevin.
Have we been through all the rooms of the cottage? Do we think we probably have to go back outside to find other things we're missing, or are there places in the cottage we haven't explored yet?
The only place you haven't explored in the cottage is the kitchen. It's the room beyond the dining room here. That's it. Other than that, you were upstairs, which is just like a big bedroom, top floor, of this A-frame cottage, and that's it. Yeah. Kitchen is the only place you haven't been.
yeah, let's check out the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's leading the way for the investigation in the kitchen, and how are we going about it? We're just gonna walk into the kitchen. Are we doing the Morcella, like make little lily pad stepping places of cleanness? How do we want to do this?
I'm making the lily pads.
Okay.
I refuse to step in this filth.
Am I still mending the chairs?
It only takes a minute, so you're finishing up right now. Yeah.
I think Frances has accepted her fate. This is mess. There is no escaping the mess.
Okay.
Yeah. So I ignoring the lily pads, I would just go in the kitchen.
Okay. So we're all funneling into the kitchen. And as Morcella, did you say you're leading the way in there?
Yeah, with the lily pads.
Okay, that's right. You're like making them. Frances, once you get done, you're just kind of walking alongside if you'd like. And as we are going through the doorway into the kitchen, from the dining room into the kitchen, Morcella, you get a warning. It's not much, but you get a warning. A little glint of light shining off metal as the sharp object comes into view and towards your face. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
At the face?
At the face.
Not the face.
Not the face, but at the face. Kevin's face. No, nope, not Kevin. Kevin's safely making his little mush piles. But Morcella.
They're grand mush piles.
They're very grand.
Grand.
So good.
Okay, gang. That's where we're gonna end today's session. There's definitely something going on in the kitchen, and we're gonna find out. That's session 1. Welcome to first class, year 2.
Woo!
We did it.
Kyle.
We did it.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone out there who's watching. Thanks for joining us, and thank you guys for putting up with delays and all kinds of weird tech dumb stuff. And maybe we'll be more prepared. Yeah. Holy crap, Kevin, get out of there. Prepared next week. Next time. So anyway, let's go around and check on everybody. It's something I very much enjoy doing, that I'd like to continue with this year of first class, is to do stars and wishes. In case anybody doesn't know what stars and wishes are, at the end of every session, we'll as we go around and see how everybody's doing on the way out, what they thought of the session. We'll we'll ask for their stars and wishes, and that is stars would be something that they liked about the session today, something to highlight about the session today, and wishes would be something or some things they'd like to see in the future of the campaign, whether that be a something developing from something that happened today, or just in general, like, hey, we did this thing today that reminded me, I would really like to see as Grandmush said, this whole place burnt down in the future. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but that is something that I will note, and we may or may not see. It's just things to generate ideas for stuff to us to experience. Let's go around and see everybody today. Bree, it's been a pleasure. First game I got to play with you. I was super excited to invite you, and then for you to accept after watching Rule Benders, because first class started right after Rule Benders ended. Yeah, it's like, gotta start getting some Maryland folk in here and some folk from all over the place. You were a hoot on Roll Benders, so very, very glad you can join us. Can you tell us what you thought of today and your stars and wishes for this week? Oh, you are muted, like the whole way muted.
Still muted.
You're still muted.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear us? Bree.
I desperately want to hear what you had to say. Unmute yourself.
Oh no. Okay.
There
Well,
it is,
see,
there it is.
Nice.
this is what happens when you're like worried about cutting everybody else off. You cut yourself off. So thank you. Lich is in the comments too. He was in the benders. That's what I was saying. I had a ton of fun today. I enjoyed a lot of stuff. I would love to see more Kevin. I don't know why. I just like that. I just like that little bean.
More Kevin in life. Yep.
And let's see, stars. I really liked when Marcella tried to stop the door with the mushrooms that I made.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
Grand Bush.
The mush.
Oh, Grand Mush, yes.
Yes, cramming them in there. That was very nice. It's a door and it's mushrooms, but it was a beautiful thing to see and a great great thing. Any other closing thoughts for today, Bree? Anything to plug or closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. No, I love you all. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Yes, thanks for joining us. And thank you, Rachel, for joining us as well and handling the social part of this. Because social media and stuff, I'm just old and weird and I don't, not good at it on my own, let alone in an official capacity. But thank you for joining us. Can you give us your stars and wishes for this week and closing thoughts?
Yeah, sure. Stars. I'm going to have a hard time remembering people's characters' names for a little bit, but I really liked when Nell's character, on the same way when we went inside, turned into a tiny version of the professor and flipped them off, because I feel like that's very telling of your character. That's like a very clear, you've done this a million times and you will do this a million times again, like no remorse.
You never
character choice.
You never turn off this guy's stealth, so you're still a tiny version. Of the
it lasts for an hour, so I probably am.
Yeah.
Probably.
Wishes. I definitely like to hear more about other people in the class, and why they're in detention. I know that that is the plan, but I'm actually really excited to hear what people came up with, because I think it will be very funny. And things to plug. Jeff and I and Julia, I think too, and Bree and Nell, we are all
Wow, it's QuellmarCon committee squad. What the fuck?
we are all on
am.
the QuellmarCon committee.
We are.
Hashtag come to QuellmarCon 2023. Tickets go on sale on December 10th. We just got our QuellmarCon website up, quellmarcon.com. We're very excited about it. You can go there and see all the beautiful work that people have put into it and get ready for the tickets coming on the 10th. And otherwise, I have a shop where I sometimes make plushy dragons and things. You're welcome to take a look before.
Amazing plushy dragons, by the way.
It's called
They
Thread
make me
Theory.
cry.
Wait, what?
Your plush dragons are so cute.
They're adorable.
Okay,
It's not a dragon,
They're not
but
sad
oh
cry.
god, here's the ghost version
Oh
of.
yeah, that's that.
I love
We
them.
will be raffling auctioning two of them off on stream, this stream, first class. Hopefully next week. We'll see how my PhD works goes. It might be 2 weeks from now. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome.
Thread theories.
Yep, we will
Thread
post that up. And yeah, we need to get you a Twitch command thing. We could just, that goes for anybody who has stuff to plug. We can put in Twitch commands that you can it just pops up in the stream chat. So that way they can click the link and go straight there. Simplicity itself. And something that's not simple is Nell. How did Ace manage to just take their complex nature and just it was like a middle finger to the face of the authority. And can you tell us your closing thoughts, plugs, as well as stars and wishes for this week, please?
Yeah, stars to the 3 members of Mushroom Crew. I think it's fucking a riot that 3 of you knowingly went, you know what, we're all gonna do mushrooms, and the way you're already all bringing that out of your characters is so funny. And I can't wait to see how that develops. Wishes the same as the other 2 people said. I can't wait to find out what everyone else did to be here, and I would like to adopt Kevin, please. Would like joint custody for this party. He is ours now.
Yeah, you didn't have to, listen, I had 38 notifications of petitions for you to adopt Kevin. That was a little excessive before the end of the session. But, the paperwork's been filed, apparently. So, awesome. Oh, yeah, other plugs? Okay.
Keep an eye out for another One Bites the Dice news, because we might be finally rescheduling our finale.
Yes.
Thank goodness.
You're telling me.
I have not been able to function without knowing the finale.
You're telling me.
My life's in chaos. Schedule it.
Scheduling is chaos. Speaking of chaos, Erica, can you
Hi.
that's where we're going. Can you do your closing thoughts, stars, wishes, plugs, any of that stuff? And
Yeah. Stars definitely seen Grandmush take a tumble out of the donkey automaton. That was pretty great. I'm very excited. I think we have a really nice crew here. Excited to see the dynamics develop, and also yes, meeting Glyph in the next session or 2, maybe. Glyph is a real one, Miss Glyph. So
yes, yeah. Glyph is an NPC that'll definitely around. Is in all of your classes, so or all of our class, because our class isn't just you 5, it's also the NPCs that we will touch on a few of them. But this is your adventure. But yeah, Glyph has definitely been around, definitely a part of everyone's life. But we'll go around there. We need to meet everybody first. Marcella, Erica, any closing thoughts or plugs or any stuff?
no plugs, no thoughts, head empty.
Okay.
Okay.
Boy,
that's said all I got.
Yeah, there's a statement. No plots, no thoughts, plugs, head empty. Okay, awesome. Yep. Jeff, I hope your head's not empty, because I need you to tell us your closing thoughts and your stars and wishes for today.
Kyle's funny voices bring my heart joy. That's my star. Your funny NPC voices. Wishes for the future. I'm very eager to see where all this garbage came from. Why is it getting casted down here? Where does it normally go? Where's the normal furnace they burn all this stuff at? And why do they only light it every other Tuesday? No, I have no other projects going on. Just kidding. I have to play this game again tomorrow for System Agnostic with Steven. The good Steven, not the scary NPC Steven that who knows what he's doing right now to sabotage us. Also, I got to go buy a gallon tub of fart slime on Amazon.
A gallon tub. Boy, we tell you of our childhood, and you got to one-up us with a gallon tub of fart putty.
It's a real thing.
Submerge yourself.
That's everything I have, I think.
Wow. That's how we end, everybody. We end off with fart putty. That's how all good endings happen. Awesome. Yeah. Kyle, been the DM. My stars and wishes. Stars is just getting to play for the first time with most of us in this capacity online, and how well you all took to us just randomly shitting out the adventure, because we didn't really know anything coming into it. We didn't know each other's characters. We knew nothing, and you all rolled with it wonderfully. And I was hoping for my part to get to that. I guess that's going to be my wish, is for me to get through more than just one of us knowing what how we got in here. The hope was to get half of us now and half of us next week, but one is a good start, and we'll see. We'll see. We'll get all that down. We'll continue with our adventure, and hopefully, like Jeff said, hopefully we'll find out what the hell is going on and who funneled all the prestidigitation goo down here, and why Kevin needs to be in all of the sessions. No, Kevin, down boy. So anyway, yes, thank you very much everyone for joining us, and we should be back here next Wednesday, and most Wednesdays from now for the foreseeable 10 weeks or so, 8 to 10 weeks. And everyone, until then, have a wonderful, safe, and great week. And remember, keep rolling the dice.